Welcome back to Amazing Abner. This is Tom, and we are back with another trading card, sports card opening of sorts. What we have today is a bag of cards that I was able to get at a thrift store for $5. I have no idea what's in here besides what you can see on the top there. So I'm going to open this up. We'll go through it together. Hopefully we have some hidden gems in here. I'm not expecting too much, but you never know. When you see something like this, and they look to be in pretty good condition for just being tossed in a bag, I mean, for $5, I've got to take the chance. It just makes too good of a video. Okay, so we'll kind of grab a stack out here, and these are really bent up. And these all appear to be more modern cards. So we got some 1991 Don Russ. There's a Joe Carter. And Rob Dibble. It's one of my favorite closers of all time. And then two terribly bent up, a Mickey Tettleton and a Rick Shue. So I like the back though. I'm not familiar. I kind of got out of trading cards or sports cards in the late 80s. So I do like these 91 Fleer with the yellow back. So I'm just going to try to rattle through these as quickly as possible. If you see anything that could be worth any value, please let me know down in the comments below. I am an absolute novice when it comes to sports cards. I used to collect them a lot when I was younger, in my probably mid to late teens, and then I just quit. So I still have all those cards, luckily, but I'm kind of getting into it here lately, watching some of the bigger YouTubers with their card openings, and just kind of brought the interest back up to me. So, of course, if I see something like this, or in the previous video, I actually purchased some cards at an auction, and we went through those. Those were more from the 60s and the 70s, but you never know. Maybe we'll have something here. So let's get going here. Kevin Mitchell, and I'm going to try to, get these a good distance so they're not blurry. Oh, Will Clark. And we actually bought this bag. My wife noticed this bag in a thrift store we were in probably a month ago. So I've been waiting and waiting to go through these. And I still have some actual boxes of more recent cards, primarily NFL cards. One of those puzzle pieces, I think this was, Leaf. I was going to say, I thought it was Donruss, but it's Leaf. Okay, we'll grab this little stack here. We have a lot of our 91 Fleer. But yeah, I would have walked right past it. My wife noticed it, and I was like, $5? I don't care what's in there. I'm going to grab it for $5. If anything, it makes a good video. And sometimes these are blurry. Oh, there we go. Everybody's a fan of Darryl Strawberry. Not even close to his rookie, but he was still with the Mets, 1991. There's another big name coming up, Cal Ripken Jr. And I do apologize if these are blurry. It's like I can't. I don't know how far I got to keep them back. I want you to be able to clearly see the image and the name. I don't think you want to sit here for 30 minutes or however long this is going to take to watch blurry cards turned over on the screen. These are in remarkably good condition, though, for being tossed in a bag. And I don't see any corner defects whatsoever. Oh, wow. Ken Griffey Sr. 1990. Old Joe Carter. Kurt Stillwell. Lee Smith. And again, as I'm going here, I know the names are reversed as I'm showing these in the, recording with my phone. I don't know any way around that. And I guess maybe if you're watching this and the names aren't flipped, you're like, this guy's nuts. Maybe I found a way in my video editor to flip the screen. All right, there's one of my favorites. This is an all-star game. Wade Boggs. I guess his first all-star game was 1989. Or no, it couldn't have been his first. This is just, I guess, detailing his 1989 all-star game. But in the height of my era in collecting baseball cards, it was Roger Clemens, Wade Boggs, Don Mattingly, then Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire, and those were the big ones that, me and all my buddies wanted. We had a baseball card shop, literally in a gentleman's house. It was called Howie's Baseball Cards in Cincinnati. And Howie was a really nice guy. You could just walk, and I think you opened their sliding glass door to their kitchen. Walked down in the basement, and it was a trading card shop down in the basement. And he then moved to an actual little strip mall type area, and I'd go up there all the time. And actually, at the height of the Don Mattingly Donruss rookie, which was the big one back in the day, Howie had a drawing, and I don't know how many, it had to be hundreds of us entered this drawing, and I actually won. It's one of those things as a kid I will never forget. I mean, I was probably, I don't know, if I looked up when Don Mattingly's rookie year was, I could tell you exactly how old I was, but I probably was in my mid-teens. And I got that call on the phone, and it's just funny how some things stick with you. Tim the Rock Reigns, and Howie said, "Hey Tom, I got to ask you, when are you going to come up to the shop and pick up your Don Mattingly card?" And I'm like, it took me a second. I was like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. I was so happy. I still have that card. I probably didn't maintain it the way it should be maintained. It's actually in a frame. And it pretty much from the day that I got it to this day, it's been in a frame. So nothing mind-blowing shown up. But again, some of these players I'm not going to be familiar with. I'm not as familiar with, obviously I know Otis Nixon, and I know Steve Finley, and this next gentleman coming up, of course, I know Gary Sheffield. But here's an interesting looking card. So it looks like a lot of these coming up are going to be these 1991 tops. This must have been like right when I got out of trading cards, because I like the layout of the card. I like the graphics in the upper left-hand corner. Just some sort of an insert. Hal Morris. Wow. He was, and I guess, I don't know if this would constitute all-star rookie. So maybe, Hal Morris, man, it's a Reds fan. When Hal Morris came up, I believe we got him from the Yankees. He was the real deal. So let's see here. In his rookie year, which was 1990, Hal Morris batted .340. So he was the next big thing, man, for a while. Hal Morris kind of took the Reds fans by storm, and then we had Chris Sabo at some point that kind of, took everybody by storm. So I like that Hal Morris card. Old Scott Scudder. Like I said, a lot of these players I won't be as familiar with because then I kind of just separated myself from baseball as well. But the Reds, I will know all the Reds players. And we have a 1999 record breaker, Bobby Thigpen. 57 saves. Another insert. Palmeiro. There we go. Here's my guy, Wade Boggs. Wade Boggs, number 2. Dale Murphy. Good old Wade again. Terry Steinbach. Whenever I see them, I think of the World Series, wire to wire, Cincinnati Reds. Faced that powerful team with Terry Steinbach, Jose Canseco, Ricky Henderson, Mark McGuire, Dave Henderson. No way. Even me as a Reds fan at the time, I was like, the Oakland A's are going to sweep the Reds. Turns out to be just the other way around. And man, that was an exciting time here in Cincinnati. And you may live in a city comparable to Cincinnati, where we don't ever win anything. So, never won a Super Bowl with the Bengals. We've been there twice, but again, I was a kid. The Reds, wire to wire, and I think it was 1990. So, it's been a long time. The Bearcats won the national championship and back-to-back in 64, 65 or something like that. And then we had them, of course the Reds won it multiple times in the 70s. Then we got the wire-to-wire. They were in first place all year, won the World Series, as I mentioned, I think in 1990. And that's it. Here we are in 2021 and we haven't won anything. And now that we have Joe Burrow with the Bengals, it's time to build up this offensive line. Hope that kid comes back from that hideous leg injury that he had a few months back. We got to protect him and try to get to a darn Super Bowl, which sounds unrealistic. If, again, you're a Cincinnati fan, by chance you know what I mean, but we can be hopeful. Okay, I'm getting kind of a messy pile here, so let me straighten these up. And we are about maybe 30% through the bag. So far, my favorite card, besides, we did get some Wade Boggs in there, certainly our Hal Morris. Okay, I'm going to grab this big chunk next, and let's see. These are all the same. These are all going to be, unfortunately, junk, I would think, in terms of PSA grading, because they're all bent. So I guess if you put them in a case, maybe they flatten out, but I think this entire batch here is going to be all 1986 tops, and the last card actually is a good one, so we'll save it for last. Trying to hold these, and it's hard not to cover up the name with these in order for me to flip these fast, so you guys don't have to watch this video for an hour. Try to just grab them by the corner. So I will, as we're flipping through these, I'll kind of throw this question out. What city do you live in? Do you think you have it worse than a Cincinnati fan? How long has it been since you've had a major sports victory? And even if you don't live in the city, you're just a fan of a team, You a fan of the Detroit Lions, for instance? It'd be interesting to see what you guys have to say. Yeah, it's kind of one of my bucket list things that I have no control over. I won't share my age, but I will just tell you I'm not young. Holy moly. We got a Luis De Leon. We just turned over. There's 2, 3, 4. Wish that one was worth money. 5. And so one of my bucket list things is just to see the Bengals win the Super Bowl in my lifetime. And without sharing my age, I can tell you I have lived, there's more time behind me than I have in front of me, unfortunately. Unless I get really, really lucky. And a couple Mike Krukow. I apologize, Mike, if I'm saying that wrong. Bunch of Dick Williams here now. But I would just love to see the Bengals win the Super Bowl one time. I'd love to see the Cincinnati Bearcats in basketball win the national championship. I don't think it's realistic in football with the way things are currently structured, because the Bearcats could go undefeated every year and they would never make the Final Four, as I call it. So a lot of Bruce Bochy's here. A couple Bobby Browns. A lot of Brumby, or Bumbree, I should say. So we have doubles of everything here. Literally. We have 4. Tim Flannery's. 1 Steve Garvey. We're almost done here. A couple Goose Gossages. And I mentioned the final card was a pretty good one. Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn, I'd say one of the top hitters in the history of the game. 1986 Tony Gwynn, coming off a 1994 season where he batted .351, and then boy did he fall off in 85, .317. But just a fantastic hitter. Okay, and then we had this little subset that I broke out initially. And they look like they're going to be, oh man, I can't even see what year these are. I think it's 1986. So we're going to have a group of 1986 cards here. And we're going to have duplicates again, Indians leaders. So it looks like a whole bunch of just leaders cards here. So we got Padres, Pirates, Rangers, Reds. And let's see what we've got here. So it looks like Dave Parker was pretty much the batting leader in every darn category for the most part. And then Tom Browning was the big pitcher. And John Franco, of course, was the save leader. Another Reds. 3 Red Sox. A couple Tigers. Twins. Got White Sox. Yankees. Cubs. Flip these. Dodgers. Expos. Every team pretty much. Some Giants. Cleveland Indians. Got a flip again. Oakland A's. Angels, Astros, Blue Jays, Braves. This is a oldest pitcher to hurl a shutout, Phil Niekro. Not sure if he was using a substance, but that's a Kind of a cool card. And I like the look of these cards. And we've got a checklist. We've got a couple, well, the Pete Rose years. Just kind of goes over some of his accomplishments on the back of the card. So, there we go. I'm going to show you the bag and show you what we have left. We're about 20 minutes into the video. So I've got this pile inside the bag. I just removed this one. It looks like it's a mix of all sorts of things, so we'll go through that first. All right, Scott Scudder, Walt Weiss, Mike Harvey, and these are 1989. So this is a 1989 Jim Corsi rookie. I think, was 89 Roger Clemens' rookie year? Maybe I'm completely wrong, but it seems like that was the layout of the card. But I remember the Roger Clemens rookie, which I'm sure I have quite a few Roger Clemens rookies in my personal collection. Some Mark Davis cards. Some Rob Deere. Wow, got about 7 Dan Dreesens. And Dan Dreesen had to be, I mean, he was a Cincinnati Red in the 70s. So this was towards the tail end of Dan's career for sure. So it seems like in this pack, this was just the commons that, you know, somebody donated to the thrift store, which, you know, how many times are you going to get lucky with a $5 bag of cards at a thrift store? But it's really cool just to go through these, and you never know. And that's the excitement. You never know. I could turn one over that is, you know, $1,000 rookie card. But if anything, you get to relive some memories. This is a Carlton Fisk, again, towards the tail end of his career, certainly. Britt Burns, and last card, Mark Clear. Okay. And this was another curved bunch, by the way. This last grouping here, so this is it. These all appear flat, appear in pretty good condition. So if we're going to have a big hit, hopefully it's here. Okay, Brady Anderson, he was a big deal for a while. And this is not Brady's rookie card. Looks like 88 was his rookie year. This is a 1990. But yeah, he was the man for a while. This is another kind of a tops rated rookie. Or all-star rookie, it's called. So, cool card. Say I don't really even know these years. We've got a Pete Smith there, followed by another Pete Smith. I do know Brett Saberhagen, 1991 Donruss. Obviously Julio Franco. And the more we get towards the early 90s to mid-late 80s, I'm pretty much familiar with all of those cards. And let's go ahead and, or familiar with all those players, I should say. It's Upper Deck. It's funny, some of these like Von Hayes, they're really cool cards. You have the little shiny baseball diamond on the back. Paul O'Neill, who went on to play with the Yankees. Paul O'Neill, infamous for kicking the baseball, and my gosh, my memory now, I think he was with the Reds still when I think he was in right field, and instead of trying to field the ball, he kicked it. But somehow he kicked it where it needed to go. If you're not familiar with that, just look up on YouTube, Paul O'Neill kicks baseball. Dave Steeb. Danny Jackson. He was with the Reds for a few years and did quite well. And then I think he came back to the Reds later on as well, but I could be mistaken. And just a little insert. And we have an Ozzie Smith, 1992 Topps. And let me get these out of the way, and I pulled these out of the stack. So this is what we have remaining. We'll try to keep this video as close as we can to 30 minutes. We've got a little bend on some of these. But let's get going here. You just want to see the cards. You don't want to hear me talk, I'm sure. Langston is a darn good pitcher. Team logo sticker, that's kind of cool actually. Then it has the stats on the back. Von Hayes. These are the distinct 1991 Donruss. Steve Sachs rookie. Oh, and here we go. Here's something. Good old Roger. So, I was wrong earlier. I was off. I guess I have the Roger Clemens card of that year, which I think was 89. It seemed like he was a rookie well before 89, and he was indeed. So his rookie year was 1986. This is a 1991, of course. Back-to-back fantastic pitchers. There we go with John Smoltz. Tim Belcher obviously came to the Reds, or maybe not obviously, but he did later on in his career. Carney Lansford, just always remember that name. There's Barry Larkin's nemesis, Ozzie Smith. Actually, I'm surprised we haven't seen any Barry Larkins. Ryan Sandberg, he was certainly a big deal for the Cubs. And we've turned over a Rob Dibble or two, and there was his cohort in the Nasty Boys, Norm Charlton, Cal Ripken, Cal Daniels, Fernando Mania, rookie in 1986. Again, this is 1991, but boy, did he take the majors by storm. And Glenn Braggs, and this is ironic. I was just talking to my kids about Glenn Braggs literally 2 days ago. I mean, I haven't talked about Glenn Braggs. Let's see, this is a 1991 card. He was a rookie in 86. Probably haven't talked about Glenn Braggs since 91 or 92. And here we are in 2021. Just the other day, I was talking about him and how he would break the bats on his back. And again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sure if you YouTube Glenn Braggs breaks bat, you'll see it. He would swing so hard and miss that he would shatter the bat. on his shoulder or on his back because he was so big and muscular. How ironic. That would unearth a Glenn Braggs. Score, 1991. I am not familiar with this model of card, so to speak, but okay, there's our Bowman. These I do know. Here's a Kevin Apier. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Rookie. Montgomery. Charlie Huff. And this is the end here, guys, so we are about at the 30-minute mark. Bobby Witt, Greg Litton. And as we're going through these remaining cards, if you've made it this far in the video, please like the video and consider subscribing to the channel. I am primarily a make money selling online channel, for lack of a better way of putting it. Kind of a cool George Brett card. But I do have this separate series of the card, vintage card, findings, unwrappings, openings, as well as more recent, primarily with the NFL. But I do have a card treasure finding series, so to speak. So if you subscribe to the channel, that would help me out quite a bit. Because as you probably see by the numbers, we are a small, struggling channel. And this is a cool Milwaukee Brewers. I've never seen anything like that before. Sticker. 1991 Upper Deck. That's really cool. Okay, about to our last 8 cards or so. Billy Spears, Ellis Burks, Damon Berryhill, Alex Fernandez, the Nasty Boys again, Norm Charlton, Mike Boddicker. Final 3, guys. What do we have? Looks like they're all different years here. We got a Jose Guzman, which actually is a Jose rookie. A John Costello, which oddly enough is a John Costello rookie. And Tim Belcher, not a rookie. So there we go. If you've seen anything that you think might be worth a little bit of money, please let me know. I will do a lot of research on my end, but more than likely I'll miss something. I don't think there was really anything of value in this entire collection, but treat others the way you want to be treated, and we'll see you next time.